right, so I'm going to set it up the same. I'm going to say let u be this 2x minus 1, which tells us du is going to be just 2 dx, right? So as we look at this, again, I have kind of this extra x that's living there. So using our top relationship up here, I'm going to say, okay, that means u, if I move my 1 to the other side, is 2x, which means u plus 1 over 2 is equal to x. Now, I have to be really careful because that means I have a fraction within a fraction, right? So just be careful. And du over 2 is dx. So, organization is really helpful with stuff like this. So if we were to start rewriting this, I would have a u to the 1/2 in the bottom. I would have a u plus 1 over 2 in the top, and I would have a du over 2 right here, and we're integrating, and I'm going to swap out my variables again, so let me write over here. I want to say if x is equal to 5, right, then u is 2 times 5 minus 1, which is 10 minus 1, which is 9. So 9 goes up there. And if x is equal to 1, I have u is 2 times 1 minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1. Sometimes you get the same number back, right? Happens. Okay. I have a lot of cleanup I need to look at here. I'm going to factor out both of these 2's in my denominators. So I'm going to have a 1/4 on the outside, 1 and 9. So I have u plus 1 over u to the 1/2 du, and I'm actually going to clean that up just as a fraction. So again, lots of algebra. I haven't even really touched the calculus part of this yet. 1/4, 1 to 9, u divided by u to the 1/2. I can do this because there's one term in the denominator and multiple terms in the numerator. So I get u to the 1/2 plus u to the negative 1/2, because it stays in the bottom, right? Du. So now I'm going to integrate. I'm going to add my 1, and divide by both of those values. And I am going to end up with 1/4. 1/2 plus 1 becomes 3/2. So I have u to the 3/2. If I divide by those 3/2, I'm multiplying by 2/3, right? Plus, keep my 1/4 there. If I add 1, I get 1/2, which is the same as multiplying by 2 over 1. I do not need a plus c. I'm going to look when u goes from 1 to 9. So again, lots of cleanup. Let's do that. Clean up here. And I think that you'll find a lot of these advanced classes. There's definitely new theory and all that, but it's also really going to fine tune your cleanup skills because there's a lot of that. Okay. We have u to the 3/2 over 3 plus, over 6. See, be careful, jinx myself. U to the 1/2 over 2. U is 1 to 9. So I'm going to plug in my 9 first. So this is 9. The half part is square rooting it, and then I'm cubing over 6 plus 9 in the square root over 2 minus, because I have two terms, right? 1 in a square root cubed over 6 plus 1 in the square root over 2. So the square root of 9 is 3, and I cube it, and I get 27 over 6 plus square root of 9 is 3 over 2 minus square root of 1 is 1, cubed is still 1 over 6 minus, because I'm distributing, square root of 1 over 2. So 27, this is usually how I do it. I combine my pieces with common denominators first. 27 over 6 minus 1 over 6 is 26 over 6. 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2 is 2 over 2. write it correctly. I can reduce my first one, though I don't think it's going to help me. So I'm going to get a common denominator. So 26 plus 6 over 6 is 32 over 6, which when I reduce, because everyone can be divided by 2, is 16 thirds. And there you go.